You have to tell me this story because I want to hear what happened. Did you get into a scooter accident?
I did. I got in a scooter accident as a grown man.
What happened? Where were you? What was
I was in Indianapolis with a bunch of my college friends. Our Northwestern, where we went to college, was playing in the Big Ten championship game. And they have these rental scooters. They're like, you get an app, and then you just wave it, and the scooter unlocks, and then you can just zip around town. Wow. And it was a lot of fun in the beginning.
Yes.
It was like one of those Greek myths. It always starts a lot of fun. And it was so much fun that I filmed myself, sent a video to my wife of me saying, I had a couple drinks, me saying, I'm young and cool. And then, not while I was making the video, but like 10 minutes later, I took a really bad fall on the scooter. I tried to go over the curb, and it didn't make it.
Yeah,
and I hit the ground so hard, and it was because it was this football weekend. There were 1,000 people in the streets, and it was the sound. There was a whoosh of 100 heads turning at once. It was like whoosh. Oh my God. And I thought it was real bad, and but I was also real embarrassed because I'm a little famous. So so I jumped back on the scooter and I zipped down a side street.
Like you did something wrong.
When I was when I grew up in New Hampshire, and we were once driving, and our car hit. This happens in New Hampshire a lot. A moose.
Yeah.
And when we hit the moose, it like hobbled off into the woods. It didn't just stay there.
Yeah.
That's what I did. When I fell, I was like, I got to get to the woods.
You were like the moose.
I was the moose. I was like, I don't want people to see me. I gotta go where I'm comfortable, like the woods. So I got over there, and my brother was there, and a couple of my friends, and they all ran over, and they were genuinely concerned. But also, one of my friends, my friend Jake, was crying. He was laughing so hard. He was laughing tears, and he was like, "You all right, buddy?" I'm like, "Get away from me."
Yeah. For a second, did you think he was crying because he was worried?
No.
Yeah, you knew it.
I've seen his laughing face at my discomfort before.
I know you're a New Hampshire native. What part of New Hampshire are you from?
I'm from a small town called Bedford in New Hampshire.
Bedford, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. We allow one person from Bedford to come to every show. Yeah, that's for you, buddy. Yeah. Because I was reading you sent a nice tweet out last week, just giving your appreciation for fellow New Hampshire comedians.
Well, it's crazy. So I went to high school in a town called Manchester, a city, and that's where Adam Sandler is from. Yeah. And then Bedford is where Sarah Silverman is from. So two incredible comedians who came from, my neck of the woods. And you see Sandler's new Netflix special? Have you seen it?
Fantastic.
It's so great.
100% fresh.
100% fresh.
It's great.
And it's been just so many. And I just realized watching it, I had such an emotional reaction to Adam. And then the fact that these people had grown up in my hometown. And in both cases, when I first met Sarah and when I first met Adam, they had heard, I was on SNL at the time, and they had heard I was from New Hampshire and from the same hometown, and they were both so kind to me. And it was funny, we were watching the Sandler special, and my mom was for many years a middle school teacher in New Hampshire, and she said, I don't know if everyone in our part of New Hampshire talks like Adam Sandler, or once he got famous, they just started to.
Now everyone talks like Adam Sandler?
Yeah, or they did before and that. But I have like 8 friends from high school who, when they see me, are like, oh, here we go. Like, so I'm like, is that unique to us, or did he get famous and everyone was like, oh, I want to talk like that?
Yeah.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on and on and on.